Hey, morning, everybody. How you doing? Sean Lutz coming to you from my home studio here in Dallas, Texas. I'm outside the other room. But anyway, today is October 27th, 2025. This is going to be episode number 21. See the Light Sports Brief. Let's just jump right into it, folks. This is World Series Game 3 tonight from LA, Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Max Scherzer. I don't know, man. Coming off the 5 2/3, how deep can he go? Does he still got some juice? We'll find it out. He's squaring off against Glasnow. He's been playing. He's been pitching his 2 starts so far. 13 innings, 1 run given up. But LA is going to have coming off the Game 2 victory with Yamamoto going the distance. Complete game there. They didn't end up using the pen, so everybody's available for the pen. We're going to see how deep these guys can go. It's going to be a chess match. It's a huge pivotal game. Like I say, games 1, 3, 5, and 7. If it goes that far, you want to win them. Series tied 1-1. Who wants to show up? I'm not a big fan on the momentum. I'm not sure if there's momentum coming in for LA, but I know they're feeling good about themselves heading back home. They know if they take care of business at home, they don't got to head back to Toronto. The Blue Jays, they're going to try to get their bats to come alive with this. So they were held at bay in Game 2. It's going to boil down to the star players, folks. It always does. It's going to be a good, interesting matchup tonight. So tune in to watch that. I don't know. It's been a phenomenal World Series, a phenomenal postseason play in the MLB, but it's going to be a great atmosphere in Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium. Southern California, it's always good baseball weather there usually. As long as there's no wildfires or earthquakes, you're good to go. But who's going to be the hungrier team here? Who's going to want it? Who's going to step it up? And who's going to be, perfect? You really, I'm tired of hearing the word execution, but it's that is the truth. Is you cannot make any kind of mental mistakes. The margin of error are so thin. And then if you do make them, it's hard to overcome them. And you got to kind of hope that the opponent, makes a mistake as well. And like you can use last games for an example. I think it was very well played game. Mistakes there really were, just the starter. They're hanging a couple up there for the 2 solo shots. Other than that, man, you don't have very much room for error. So you know, you got to play near perfect baseball. But anyway, who's gonna go up 2-1 tonight? That'll lead us into tomorrow's game, which is Game 4. By the way, all games 3, 4, and 5 are in Los Angeles. But tomorrow night you're gonna have Bieber going against Tanya. So, the strategy for tomorrow is going to be set to who wins to tonight, but got to tune in and find out. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the Major League Baseball stuff. Let's just move into the NFL. Kind of lame action yesterday, just with the scheduling and a lot of teams on the bye week this week. We had Buffalo heading into Carolina, winning 40-9. And the Dallas Cowboys headed into Denver, got crushed by the Denver Broncos. Were wearing their throwback crust uniforms and looking good. Their bright orange crust uniforms. They beat Dallas 44-24. Dak Prescott and his 240 million contract extension. But anyway, that'll bring us into the primetime game last night was Sunday Night Football on NBC, Peacock, Green Bay at Pittsburgh. It was a pretty decent game there for a while. I mean, I think Rodgers is losing a little bit of magic there from, being the new toy in Pittsburgh. But they didn't play too bad. But Green Bay ended up winning that one 35-25. Brings us into tonight's action. Monday Night Football, 8 p.m., ABC and ESPN. We got the Washington Commanders heading in to take a wild guess, folks. Yep, the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Yet another primetime game for them. Seems like the only time they don't get a primetime game is bye week. But nonetheless, we'll see how that fares well. That's going to wrap it up for the NFL. It is what it is. All right. Moving on to the NHL. Real brief. There were some decent games yesterday. We had New Jersey over Colorado 4-3. This was a NHL net game on 1 p.m. going up against NFL. Then Tampa Bay won 2-1 in overtime on a close, good game against Vegas. Then Dallas Stars were on the road again. Nashville came from behind, won a close one, 3-2. Dallas Stars. And then the late game, you had Vancouver over Edmonton, 4-3 in overtime. Tonight, there's only a couple games because tomorrow, every team in the NHL plays. 32 teams play tomorrow. But tonight we got two games. You got St. Louis at Pittsburgh and Boston at Ottawa. I just hope Pittsburgh can do some wear out St. Louis because my Red Wings head into St. Louis and play the St. Louis Blues tomorrow night. It's that kind of a home and home. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's edition of See the Light Sports, number 21. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Be kind to each other. Be nice. Remember to always see the light.